rearrange my little setup, but hopefully this works. I'll see if I can try and adjust this a little bit better. So I don't know. I'm kind of more in the shop. Enjoy the view of my forehead. Okay, I think this is probably works out a bit better, and hopefully my computer doesn't want to topple over. Come on, you've got this. Oh, I love it when my computer is, dangerously hanging over the edge. It just keeps everything nice and fresh. Anyway, I hope you had a lovely weekend. Please enjoy this little vocal stretch. And I just wanted to add something. I thought I'd add this into this daily teaching, this idea of accountability. So, I've made like a commitment. Sound like a politician again, but I've made a commitment that I want to be able to do this daily warm-up challenge. Between, Monday to Saturday, excluding public holidays because nobody wants to do anything on a public holiday, let's be honest. And yeah, do this every day. And look, I was going to put like an actual time on this, like 8 a.m. every morning. But honestly, I just realized that that's probably not going to work for me. I had a big concert yesterday at the Greek Club. It didn't go particularly late, but it was just a big day, and I know my colleagues, they did, a lot as well. And yeah, like, so we were all feeling like a little bit flat. And I just realized, well, meeting at a set time every day, yes, it's it shows true dedication. It's the it's that work ethic. But actually sometimes it's good to recognize that while yes, we make these commitments to ourselves daily and we want to be consistent, that sometimes we also have to kind of work with our you know, our being, our personality, what we've got on, being mindful to take care of ourselves at the same time as showing up. And I think, without this being a big conversation about, I guess I'm always, going from my own experience as an Australian, but, that was such a it's so ingrained in our society here in Australia. It's that good Aussie work ethic. No, if you say you're going to do something, you do it 100%, and but actually, no, it's okay to kind of, again, do the thing that you said you're going to do, but then also give yourself a little bit of grace around that, based on knowing yourself, because in that way, if you are showing up for other people, you're showing up in a way that is full. You can give more of yourself in those moments, in those pockets, rather than showing up feeling really shitty. So anyway, that's just something to let that sit and permeate in your being, just to know that consistency, yes, tick, it's a great thing for yourself and for other people, but then giving yourself a little bit of freedom and space and grace around that and what that looks like for you. And if that means too, like I've mentioned to you before, if that means like not doing this daily warm up with me live, that's okay. You can do this at 9 o'clock at night, even though I've pitched it as this is going to help you throughout your day. Whenever you do it, it's completely up to you. So there is a replay option with this. If you sign up, just go to my website. It's free. Just sign up for the daily notification for the daily warm up. This is between now and the 26th of December. If you pop your email in, I won't spam you with other stuff. It will just literally be a reminder for this, and also with the replay. So yeah, and I'm mindful of that. If you're literally just signing up for this is all it's going to be. So yeah, you can do that now. I'm at fearlesssinger.com, or you can actually just subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure you get the notification. I could be wrong about that because I've also unlisted it. Or if you want to join, I've got a Facebook group called Fearless Singers. You'll get the reminder and replay there as well. So yeah, whenever you want to do it, it's completely up to you. It's still going to benefit these beautiful vocal muscles that you have, and it's still going to give you a sense of ease. If you do it at 10 o'clock at night and then go to bed, you're probably going to wake up feeling, oh, actually, I can't guarantee that. Depending on how you sleep, you might sleep like this the whole night. But, again, the daily workout is going to be great for you no matter when you do it. How many times did I repeat that message? Probably 100 in minutes, but there you go. You got it plenty of times. Okay, so let's start off. We always start off with a little neck shoulder reset. Now, I'm going to source all of my teachers because I feel like you should get on their great thing. So, Dane Chelfin, I absolutely adore his work. I just get it. He's a strong advocate for primal sound, which was invented by Janice Chapman. However, so he's very much about, and Janice Chapman are very much about you. Singing is just based on speech. So my best friend just texted me saying that she's watching me on two screens. So I just had to add that. Yeah. So singing should just be based on speech, like what we normally do, with a few little tweaks. But if we can kind of get into that mindset of, nothing more, no more effort, no more sort of these performative sounds when we sing, like, or performative breaths, like the big, that type of thing. It's all very much based on what we naturally do. Okay. And one of the things that he talks about is before we even begin to vocalize, is it's really important to check in with our neck and shoulders because, again, we carry so much stress, like there. And I always say, women mostly, but I can't really say that because I can only talk from my own experience. Siri was just talking to me. So I think it's not gender specific as to like where we carry our stress, but I know as a woman, I just experience that a lot here. So it's good to reset that before we go into our exercises. So the last few times I've been gently grabbing my head and bringing it over the side, but actually we don't need to do this. So this is just another way. And we can use our head as gravity, basically. So what we want to do is we want to try and keep our chin somewhere comfortably in the middle. Check in with your knees. Make sure that they're nice and soft. One of the things that we naturally do is we tend to lock our knees. So always be checking in. You want this feeling of buoyancy, like you're grounded, but there's this sense of buoyancy through the body. And just remember, music, movement, like everything is movement. And I know I've also said in the past, it's important to be, really firmly concentrating on your voice and not to move around a lot. But I mean, look, whatever works for you. And I just think, again, we don't want to be overly stiff. So we don't want the opposite, which is that. So we want to keep our chin nice in the middle, but we want to bring our nose, like, so we're having this sense that it's there, but we're just going to bring it around to our shoulder and just feel a nice little stretch there. Just going to hold this for a little bit. Okay, now we're going to bring our gaze to the front, but keeping our chin in this position. So you'll get a nice little stretch through here. And now we want to bring our gaze and our chin up a little bit more. And you'll get another nice little pull through here. Okay, and then we bring ourselves back in the center. All right, let's do the other side. Okay, so again, we want to kind of bring our chin around. And another thing that we do is we can lock our knees and we tend to stop breathing. So make sure you're breathing through this. And while you're in this position, just check in with your jaw. Make sure your jaw is hanging nice and loose through this. Not carrying any tension in your jaw. Okay, and then from here, we bring our gaze around to the front by keeping our chin in the same position. So you get a nice little stretch through there. Actually, my tendency is to rush it on, but no, come on, take some time. 15 seconds. It's the way, isn't it? It's how we're designed. Come on, rush on to the next thing. But it's like, no, just take that time and space for yourself. You deserve it. And now we're going to chin up, get more of a little stretch. So gazing up. And again, just checking in with those knees, checking in that our shoulders are not bunched, checking in that we're still breathing. Why is it that we stop breathing during stretching? And then come back into the center. Ooh, I hope that feels good for you as much as it felt good for me. Okay, all right. Now we want to just gently massage our jaw. Now, the last few videos, I was doing this because this is what I've been taught before. But it's actually a little bit redundant. So, isn't this just a great moment to share that we're all learning every single friggin' day? That you don't have to be an expert just to show up and do stuff like this. You're showing up and sharing what you know to be true. And then that may change on a daily basis based on your research and your understanding. But it's cool. So if you're like here right now listening and going, oh, I would love to be able to do this. However, like do these YouTubes like I am, and you're like, but I'm not really an expert or I'm not a guru. It's like, no one wants to learn from a guru. That's creepy. Gurus imply cult. I don't know, for me. I'm just joking, by the way. Bad joke. And you can believe in whatever you want to believe. But you don't have to be a guru. Just be a contributor. Someone who's passionate about stuff and wants to share what they know. All right. So what we're actually going to do is just from here, we're going to massage through there. And then rather than going downwards, we're just going more into the side because this is where our jaw muscles live. Oh, holy moly. Oh, girlfriend's tired. I'm talking about myself, by the way. So we just want to, that's it. And again, please don't go too hardcore because you can do the opposite. Oh, this is what I'd look like if I go and get some work on my face. Oh. Sorry, you didn't sign up for those noises. Oh, holy moly. Yeah, you have to be really careful around this area, especially around here as well. Because you can do the opposite of good if you like dig in too hard. Okay. All right. How does that feel? I feel like I've just lost about 15 kilos of tension just by doing that little exercise. So we'll do that daily. I'll tweak it daily as well, again, based on understanding of musculature and different processes that work. Okay, let's start with doing some vocal fricatives. All right, so we want to stand hip bone width apart. Let me put my mic up a bit. So I'm going to stand away a little bit more. We're going to stand hip bone width apart, knees nice and soft. Nice, just, we're just really just letting this sense of gravity take over. Our hands are just flopping to the side. And we're just going to put one hand on our waistband, the other hand here. So just checking in with what our breathing is doing, what our breathing muscles are doing when we're making the sound. It's call and response. I start, and we want zero effort here. We want to be Joanna Lumley like in our voice. Zero effort. Okay? We want this to do our work for us always. Yeah? So, your turn. Shh. SH. TH. F. Y. Z. You. And I could have been going a little bit fast then, so we might slow it down. And just remembering with the TH that we want it to flop on our bottom lip for the voiceless and the voiced fricative. Yeah? Puffy cheeks is blowing our cheeks out, but we're not being too hardcore about it. With a little gap here for the but let's slow it down even more. This is the Valium edition round. Well done. Well done. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed. All right, this time we're going to do, we did puffy cheeks yesterday. Let's do a so the sound is another really wonderful, what we call semi-occluded vocal tract exercise, which just essentially means that, we're limiting the space here so that we feel more space in the back of our throat. Also, we're allowing air pressure to balance itself out. So there's air pressure equally on each side of the vocal fold to get this nice sense of pressure versus airflow. And it means too that other semi-occluded vocal tract exercises are lip trills, raspberries, tongue trills. And if you want to use any of these instead of the go ahead and do that. But it means we can also get higher and lower in our range as well without, again, affecting or constricting the vocal tract too much. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Ready, go. And while you're doing that too, just really checking in with any kind of tickling sensation. So again, we want this still to be super relaxed, like our vocal fricatives. Really just focusing more on airflow. Air comes out of our mouth, out of here. We put pitch on it. Yeah. So any tickling sensations generally means that we're constricting more than what we need to be. So we just want to back off that intensity. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that on the 5 note. So it'll be ready, go. Yes, well done. Now, because we've gone up, we want to come down. Let's just do a. Always like to do that at the end. We'll do a. Yeah. Cool. All right. So we did the 5 note. Let's now isolate our M1. So this really just implies that M1 is a certain group of musculature that we sing in, and we can use that M1 setup throughout our whole range. So M1 singing like higher up is called belting. And lower down, it's just mostly speech quality. Yeah. However, when we isolate our lower range and use certain sounds, we can actually create more strength throughout our entire voice. So that refers to, we're isolating our M1 muscles and M1 setup to create strength throughout our entire sound. And I'll tell you about M2 in a second, but let's just do a va. So we're going to just nice dark R. We're going to go va, 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 and nice and slow. Ready, go. Va, va, va. Now, don't be reaching for those low notes. If you can't sing them, just don't do it, mate. Yeah, so when we reach for low notes or reach for high notes, it generally is this feeling of constriction. We don't want that. So if they're not in your range yet, don't worry. You can just sometimes even just intending that you're going to sing it and just do a nice breathy open va, va, va is much better than va, va. Yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. And just to take you through my internal processes, I'm being very mindful not to put my concentrating piano face on because I look slightly constipated when I do. I just don't want that for you to have to look at. All right. So now, conversely, we're now going to isolate our M2. So this refers to the certain musculature that creates more of a flexibility through our sound. So this is more of that kind of lightness and agile sound that we want to aim for. And then we can use our M2 in different ranges as well. We can obviously we use it when we sing our higher notes, but we can also bring it down and use it for our low notes as well because it creates a beautiful, softer quality. Again, we play with M1 and M2 to create different colors in our voice. But for the purpose of this exercise, we're just isolating these areas in particular ranges because it's going to activate certain muscles to create a certain effect. So for M1, it was strength, and for M2, it's going to be for flexibility and agility. So everyone just do a little coo, coo, just lightening the sound. Coo. Ooh. Remember, there's no little man or woman or them in our throat. Oh my God. Going on the piano. Remember, it's just muscle, tissue, mucosa, ligaments. That's all it is in here. So when we're singing higher notes, we're literally just thinking open. So just this nice open wide pharynx. We're not getting in its way. And we're always just thinking lighter. So we're just taking the weight out of our voice. Woo, woo. All right, let's just do a who, starting with biological female. By the way, I hate binary terms, but in this instance, I'm just talking biology. Yep. So let's just go. Ooh, ready, go. How does that feel? I hope it feels great. Again, don't reach for high notes. Just don't worry about them. Who cares? Yep, just do your best. And by keeping it light and relaxed. Now, biological blokes, you're just taking the weight out. So you're going into your falsetto sound. Ooh. So, ooh. Make sure you're not singing it down here. It's lighter up here. Ooh, ready, go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yes. How did that feel? Hopefully nice and light. All right. Finishing on the old classic, my old favorite, Galagra. So gla-ga-da, 3-syllable groups there on each note. So it'll be Galagra, 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 Galagra. If that feels tricky, just do a ga. Yeah? So let's go. Galagra, 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 Galagra. Let me do that again. Just finished your vocal warm up. Well done. Now go throughout your day with ease. Before you go though, choose an anchor word for the day. So anchor words is just a word that we come back to when things get a little bit hectic and chaotic, as life can tend to do, or even when it's like you're just feeling humdrum, like it's like what's the meaning of this all? I have existential crises like the rest of us. So um, in those moments, it's always good to come back to this word, this anchor word. We can just relax into it. We can sing about it. For me, the last few days, it's been about service, so showing up. But for me today, I'm just going to go with ease. I just want to go with ease today. And I'm going to find this tricky to say because, I'm a woman and this is something that we struggle with. But this idea of putting myself first, I'm serving myself first so that I can be of better service to everyone around me. So that's what I'm focusing on today. So ease, and that's what it means to me. I'm going easy today on myself because I work friggin' hard. You don't need to know that. But anyway, lots of love to you. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget, you can subscribe here, go and join Fearless Singers on Facebook group. It's free. Or if you go to my website, fearlesssinger.com, you can pop your email address in to receive daily reminders about this warm-up, plus access to replay. And also, too, if you're not subscribed to anything else, this is just all you'll get. So don't feel like you're going to, I'm going to be your personal pen friend writing to you every day and nagging you. No. All right. Talk to you soon. Lots of love.